Just for you. Optics, I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're totally fine. I enjoy this type of content anyway.
I appreciate you jumping in too, by the way. Alright, tier 10 battleships in the armory. Is that all of them?
Do we count steel ships as the armory here?
Yeah. Where's the, oh. Is it, It's in someplace else, isn't it? The, Research Bureau. Damn. Alright, give me a second. Well, can I show you guys the Research Bureau ones?
Not from the website, I don't think. I think you have to have it unlocked on your account to be able to even see it.
Alright. Let's talk about these. I'm going to exit the game, log in on my account, and I can show you guys. So, of the steel ships that are here, God. Kurfürst used to be in the game.
Burgown.
So the Kurfürst used to be in the game, and then they traded her out for the Preußen. Honestly, for coal, I mean, fine. I would say that she's not that special. Yeah, you can meme around with her and stuff. She's basically a gigantic floating island. Takes all the damage, HE and stuff. And frankly, it's just kind of... yeah. So, I don't think the Kurfürst is worth picking up. Unless you've got the coal, you want to get rid of it. We're gone.
It just doesn't give you anything over what the Preußen does.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you've played Frederick de Grosse, you've played the Kurfürst. I mean, it's just... it's kind of boring, frankly. Now, as far as the next one, the Burgon, you already heard a lot of people say, both in voice and on text chat there, you want the Burgon first. If you don't have the Burgon, get you the Burgon. It's a fantastic ship, very fast, and the nice thing about it is, because of that, you play her like a large cruiser, right? You play her with the ability to get onto flanks and punish flanks with her nice AP, nice, not great, nice AP, and her main battery reload booster, which then you just pump shells into. So you think of Burgon as a large version of a Henri IV or something like that. If you like that playstyle, great. If you don't, you might not enjoy Burgon. Side note, I have seen people play Burgon with a secondary build, because then you can activate your close quarters expert and get insane DPM with your main guns at the risk of basically being farmed down to the, you know, into the waterline. But you can do that, I suppose. Burgon's got 32mm armor all around, so IFHE ships will chew into your armor. IFHE isn't really the meta anymore, so it's less of a concern, I suppose.
I will disagree with you on one thing.
Okay, go ahead.
I think the AP is actually great. Obviously,
okay.
it's low caliber AP.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna do anything to like bound cruisers like Des Moines, for example. But if you position well and you get on the side of things,
right?
It's actually, I find it probably the most comfortable battleship AP to like get the shots that you shouldn't be able to get, like slipping a Kurfürst Citadel, for example, or Citadeling Alaskas. Like to me, the Burgon shells are probably like, they're so high velocity. I think I've had the most success with Citadeling Alaskas and Burgon.
But again, that requires you to get on the flank before you can use it.
Yeah. So if you're playing a Burgon and you're not getting on a flank, I feel like you're doing something wrong.
You're doing it wrong. I agree. I agree. I remember clan battles one season and I was in Kraken and I was telling the group, I'm like, I want to play Burgon, and everybody thought I was nuts. And then I remember it was Land of Fire. I got all the way off to the side and I citadeled an Henri, like 2 or 3 citadeled him. He went down like half health or something right away in the first like the 3rd minute of the game or something. And after that, people were like, "Oh, okay, this battleship's actually kind of nice." So, Burgon is definitely going to be your first pick, I would say. Shikishima.
As soon as they start respecting your AP, then you just switch to HE.
Then you switch to HE, exactly.
And you have insane HE TPM.
Yep. And like I said, if you like secondaries, if you like secondary Alsace, you'll love the Burgon, because Burgon is Alsace at tier 10. So, with certain tweaks. Shikishima is basically a bigger Yamato. Do you like Yamato? Yes, then you will like Shikishima because it's bigger Yamato. It's got the 20-inch guns instead of the 18.1s. It's got the special 510 millimeter gun salvo sound, which just sounds so good when you hear that fire off. Fun story about the Shikishima: they actually had to nerf the Shikishima by nerfing the gun sound because of how prevalent it was on the battlefield. But I love that. Mecklenburg.
Does the bug still exist where the you lose the Shikishima gun sound if you put a steel camo on it?
If you put what?
A steel camo in the Shikishima?
That I'm not sure, because I do remember that bug, but I don't know. Personally, I wouldn't put a steel camo on a premium ship, but that's just me. And nowadays, there's even less reason because there's no economic gain for it. But
Yeah.
you know,
And also, I mean, a big thing that happened with Shikishima is now Satsuma exists, which is just better Shikishima.
well, because it's a super ship, so yeah.
Well, I mean, not only that, but like you just get that extra turret and you get
Mm-hmm.
the same gun sound.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a more comfortable ship than Shiki, I think.
Well, and then you get the F key, right? You get
Yep.
the funny button. Mecklenburg. Mecklenburg is like what I was talking about with the Florida. He's got lower caliber guns. I think if I remember right, they're 305s.
Yeah, there.
They're quad turrets, relatively quick reload. But yeah, you're not gonna want to play Mecklenburg much unless I saw it in a COTS game because it's a good counter to like Brisbane, right? Because your lower caliber guns don't care about Brisbane. It's got no armor. But
That was our COTS game. I think Jay-Z played it against us on Land of Fire.
okay. I saw it played the first day by Oh Boy. I can't remember who they
Oh,
played against, but that's not the reason that Oh Boy won. Oh Boy won because of tactics more so than anything else. Um, so I wouldn't. I don't even. It doesn't have torpedoes, right? It's just guns.
no, I think it does have torps.
I can't remember off the top of my head, guys. Too many ships in this game. They need to remove a few of them. It does have torpedoes.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, 6 kilometer torps.
Okay. But in any case, I never really felt like I'd rather have the Kurfürst over Mecklenburg. Let me put it that way. And I already told you how much I don't think the Kurfürst is worth it. And now we get to Incomparable. The Incomparable is, well, she's
Incomparable.
incomparable. She's extremely long. She's extremely fast. She's got gigantic citadels. Her guns are stupid. They've got really good penetration. The only problem with them is you rarely hit things with them. When you do hit things with them, you feel really good about that yourself because you hit them. But you don't really hit things. You're more frustrated than not. It's got engine boost, which allows you to get into trouble very quickly. So, eh. And I saw somebody else mentioning earlier, now that the British battle cruiser line is out, why not just get the St. Vincent and
Yeah.
have a very similar playstyle? Honestly, with better armor or better heal head points, something like that. I'd rather play a St. Vincent than an Incomparable.
Yeah, I mean, you could look at it in COTS perspective as well. There was one COTS before St. Vincent came out, but Incomparable was out, where a lot of teams ran Incomp because it was viable. You know, you could very quickly get on a flank. You did have a super heal, so
Mm-hmm.
you could get into a pretty aggressive position if it was calculated right, or you could kite out
Mm-hmm.
with that super heal and not die.
Yep.
But as soon as St. Vincent pops in, like there's just no reason to ever take an Incomp over a St. Vincent.
Yep. By the way, I think almost all of these I have on my YouTube channel. You can always search for the ship if you're thinking about it and take a look. Now let's also get into Research Bureau. Ohio, number one. Just
Just to
take the
tie up the
Ohio.
steel chips real quick, I
Oh
would
yeah.
say that Burgone is the must get, and the
Yes.
rest of them are
Nice.
unique or funny in a way where it's like if you have everything else, like sure, get an income, go have fun. Get a
Right.
Mecklenburg, spam a bunch of shells.
Right.
But Burgone is absolutely the must have from the steel bunch.
Absolutely. And just like
Burgone does
that,
something Burgone does something that no other battleship in that tier does, in my opinion. Like It's just unique.
Mm-hmm. And King, thanks for the sub, dude. And just like that, from a research bureau perspective, Ohio is absolutely what you want. Um,
Yeah.
I mean, that to me is like, yeah, Ohio or Slava, like Ohio. Great guns, good heal, comes back quicker, good armor, good speed. Secondaries are fun. Um, there's really not too much bad about the Ohio, except for its ASW for whatever reason it's got terrible range, but that's a balancing factor. Um, Slava I would avoid. I mean, you can pick it up if you want, but Slava is like, it's just a freaking Russian sniper, and it's
One is
frankly
an
not
actual
that fun.
battleship. One is an actual battleship. The other is a glorified gun platform.
Yeah, yeah. And the problem with the Slava is it just takes damage. Dies way too quickly and easily because it's got lower armor all